What's up, guys? Your driver Mike here, back with another video. And is it safe to drive for Uber? That's what we're talking about right now. So I started driving October of 2015, Uber and Lyft, and that was one of my first concerns. Was it safe to drive strangers in my personal car, right? Obviously a real concern for anyone that's considering driving. So that's what I did a lot of reading on, watched as many videos as I could, and this is from my experience. This is what I encountered. Now, I drive part-time, a little over 1,700 rides so far since I started, and this is a good barometer because I only drive at nights, basically. 99% of my rides have been between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Really that bar rush, and this is a lot of weekends, but weekdays too. So I've seen the whole gambit of driving times. Now I have driven during the day as well, but as you would probably expect, there's more action at night, and we're going to talk about that. So driving at night, and driving, again, strangers around, what should you expect? Well, I'm here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. First, I think it helps to know your city. If you know your city, you know the neighborhoods, you know the people of your city, you know the vibe, you kind of know the good areas, the bad areas, and I've driven everywhere. Here in Pittsburgh, I have driven everywhere. Every neighborhood you can think of, I've driven. I don't discriminate. I pick up wherever. So driving really in every neighborhood, late night, wherever you may be, is it safe? Have I ever felt threatened? Has anything really ever happened in my car? Well, with 1,700 rides, not all of them are going to go smoothly. So I talk about this in other videos, is prepping yourself for potentially sick passengers. What about situations that make you feel uncomfortable maybe? Is it common? Short answer, no, it is not common. So I do talk about this a little bit in my hashtag delete Uber video about how to de-escalate an escalating situation with a passenger that may be getting a little rowdy. But short answer is no. No, Uber is safe. Uber and Lyft are safe to drive. Now, I will absolutely acknowledge that it is not a perfect fairy tale out there. Now, you are driving strangers. It is vetted through an app system. They have to have a valid card on file, but as long as someone has a valid card on file, anyone can sign up to take a ride with Uber. And as long as your background checks go through, anyone can really drive for Uber, which is a good or bad thing. To answer your general question, is it safe to drive? I'm going to say yes, but there are steps to protect yourself and minimize the potential of being in a bad situation. Watch that excerpt of that hashtag delete Uber video about how to deal and de-escalate a passenger that may be getting rowdy, okay? Again, know your city. Know areas that may be more prone to violence. Now, as far as driving, you just always have to be mindful. You always have to watch your passengers, watch passengers approaching the car. When your passengers are approaching the car, you can even keep your driver's door locked, and I've done that before, and there should be no reason that they are coming towards your driver's door other than to verify who you are. For the passenger driver pairing, you can crack your window a little bit. Another piece of advice that I can give you is to get this. Now, this is a Saber Red pepper gel. Take a look there. Now, this is, as the name implies, a self-defense tool. It is pepper gel versus pepper spray, as it fires more directly versus a spray, which is a mist. You may know that Uber and Lyft's official policy says that you cannot carry firearms. Of course, per national law, you are allowed, given you have the right permits to carry concealed, again, given you have the right permits. But that's Uber and Lyft's stance. That's their official policy that says you cannot carry. That is up to you if you want to follow that or not. Of course, national law obviously trumps a private company. Now, I don't carry. I have the pepper gel. So for me, I've never had to use that. I have never even had to pull it out. I've never felt threatened. Now, I am a male driver. If you're a female driver and you are concerned about safety, I would absolutely get some pepper gel just to feel more safe. Even for me, it's just nice to have as a safety precaution. And again, it is up to you if you want to carry a firearm. That is up to you. Just make sure you have the right permits, etc. Let's talk about any scenarios that I've felt less than comfortable. Because again, 1,700 rides, not every single ride is going to go flawlessly. The worst that I've had is I've had people being extra rowdy in the back. Somebody kind of not smacked my head, but they were kind of messing with me a little bit. And I gave them 1, 2, 3 strikes to tell them to stop. And this was drunken behavior, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. It wasn't really violent at all. Okay, they're just being goofy. But I gave them 3 warnings that I would pull over, end the ride. And you do that. Feel free to pull over and turn the engine off. Tell them to get out. You're allowed to do that if they are misbehaving. And that's what they were doing. There should be no contact between drivers and passengers in any direction. So that made me feel a little really awkward more than, threatened. I was certainly not threatened. I felt uncomfortable. But you can do that. If someone's acting up, watch my strategies to de-escalate, and then tell them you can pull over in a safe area, wherever it may be, gas station or some populated area, you can pull over. So in my experience, out of all the rides that I've given, I can tell you that Uber and Lyft are safe. Of course, you do want to take precautions. You do want to protect yourself because every single ride is different, and safety is absolutely paramount for ourselves, for passengers. Everyone wants to feel confident in our safety. That is number one. So if you do have any safety concerns, leave a comment below. We can talk about it with other drivers. If there's any specific situations that you want to go over, leave a comment, let me know, and we can talk about it. All right, guys, that's it for today. Your driver Mike here. I appreciate you watching. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.